Welcome to the Brunswick Beat,
Brunswick County's only television news show, brought to you by the Brunswick Beacon. I'm Rachel Johnson.
And I'm Stacy Manning. Recent wildfires in nearby counties have consumed tens of thousands of acres, prompting state and local officials to enact a burn ban. While the ban doesn't prohibit the use of North Carolina-approved fireworks, Brunswick County Fire Marshal Scott Garner suggests people visit licensed fireworks shows instead. Fireworks shows are planned in Southport, Oak Island, and Calabash. Check out the latest edition of Island Living for more details.
North Carolina Governor Bev Perdue has signed into law a bill that allows up to 4 terminal groins to be constructed along North Carolina's coast. Ocean Isle Beach Mayor Debbie Smith said while it may be months, even years, before a terminal groin could be constructed there, she is happy to have the option. The North Carolina Coastal Federation, however, has blasted Perdue for signing the bill, saying she bowed down to lobbyists. Drivers in Charlotte, beware. A new traffic pattern is coming to town yet again in the area of Smith Avenue. North Carolina Department of Transportation officials say this will be the final traffic pattern for the long-awaited Smith Avenue extension to North Carolina 130. The new portion of the road is anticipated to open in the early morning hours of Friday, July 1st. Drivers are warned to be alert through the construction zone. The project is anticipated to be complete later this month.
Just shy of 26 years ago, James Stamper was convicted of second-degree murder. He was sentenced to life in prison. On June 9th, Stamper, now 49, was released on parole. He was paroled through the state's Mutual Agreement Parole Program. Stamper was convicted of a murder after he stabbed a victim 12 times. The murder occurred here in Brunswick County. 12 other local convicted murderers and rapists have been given early release through this program. Read this week's Beacon to find out who they are. Though it likely won't be voted on this session, there's a bill in the North Carolina General Assembly that studies the rate-making process for homeowners insurance. Tyler Newman, Governmental Affairs Director for the Business Alliance for a Sound Economy, explains the study bill.
The legislature has to take a bill like this and study it and look at what changes might be potential before they can actually make any changes. So this is trying to take a step back and look at structure. Because the challenge that we run into, our coastal legislators understand the problem. They have their citizens calling them, and when they get bills, they understand it fully. All of our coastal legislators totally understand the issue. The deal is that any changes we make to local homeowners insurance are going to impact homeowners insurance statewide. And it's an 80-20 problem where we've got 20% of the legislators from our area versus 80% from the rest of the state.
The House and Senate will both reconvene in mid-July to consider veto overrides and redistricting. For more about which bills were signed into law and which bills were vetoed, visit brunswickbeacon.com.
Tonight, area law enforcement are searching for 3 wanted suspects. Adam Pugh remains at large after being identified as the suspect in multiple residential and vehicle break-ins in the Carolina Shores and Calabash areas. He is 6 feet tall and weighs 200 pounds. Anyone with information is asked to contact Detective Mark Jarman at 253-2777.
20-year-old Tyshawn Piggott of Charlotte is wanted in connection to the May 15th armed robbery of Christopher's Pizza in Carolina Shores. Avery Green, an employee of the restaurant at the time of the robbery, has already been taken into custody. Anyone with information about Piggott is asked to contact Detective Mike Murray at 253-2777. Ocean Isle Beach resident Antonio Livingston of Harris Trail is also wanted for armed robbery. He has been linked to a robbery at a convenience store in Sunset Beach that happened earlier this month. Anyone with information about him or his whereabouts is asked to call 253-2777.
70 bundles of heroin, 52 grams of cocaine, 35 grams of marijuana, a gun, and nearly $4,000 have been seized by Brunswick County Vice Narcotic agents in the Phoenix community near Leland. Cranston Andrews, 38 of Wilmington, was charged with multiple counts of possession with intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver. He was taken to the New Hanover County Detention Center. Read more about these stories and find out what's happening in your community in this week's Beacon, available on newsstands now.
Hello, my name is Angie Sutton, Advertising Director of the Brunswick Beacon newspaper. Now that summer's finally here, it's grilling season. The Brunswick Beacon is giving away a gas grill. That's right, all you have to do is stop by the Beacon office to renew or start a subscription and register to win a brand new Brinkman gas grill, courtesy of the Home Depot. Subscribing is a great way to keep up with events in your community without having to hassle with the summer traffic. It also keeps you up to date with breaking news with full web access at brunswickbeacon.com. Deadline for entries is July the 1st at noon, with the drawing to be held at 4 p.m. You need not be present to win. Subscribe today for the chance to be grilling on the 4th of July weekend.
As West Brunswick graduate Brandon Rankin enters his senior season of football this fall as a defensive lineman for Washington State University, NFL teams are assessing his talent. Rankin's high school coach, Jimmy Fletcher, said he received a questionnaire asking for information about Rankin when he played at West. Fletcher, who is entering his 9th season as West head coach, said this is the first time an NFL team has inquired about one of his players.
The 7 and 8-year-old West Brunswick Darlings have advanced to the Dixie Softball State Tournament. They qualified by winning the District 9 tournament over the weekend in Tabor City. The Darlings beat Lockwood Folly 24-2 in their first tournament game. West then beat Central Columbus and East Columbus. South Columbus beat West 14-9 in the double elimination tournament. In a loser-out game, West beat Central Columbus 19-4. They won the championship by avenging their only loss, 19-12, over South Columbus. West also won the tournament sportsmanship award.
West Brunswick graduate Darius James is on the East roster for the East-West All-Star football game July 20th in Greensboro. At 6'3", 305 pounds, James is one of the largest players for East. The roster lists 31 players, and no other players are from Brunswick County. James has accepted a football scholarship from North Carolina Central University and will report there for practice in early August.
West Brunswick swept a Junior American Legion baseball doubleheader June 21st. In the first game, West scored 2 runs off 3 errors in a 3-run second inning. Kine Daniels was the winning pitcher. In the second game, Chandler Taylor gave up no hits and no runs in 3 innings. West is now 10-2 overall. Find weekly sports updates and many great photos in the sports section of your weekly Beacon.
Hi, I'm Laura Lewis, staff writer for the Brunswick Beacon. Do you know of an upcoming event or an interesting person in Carolina Shores, Calabash, or Sunset Beach who you would like to see featured in the Beacon? If so, I want to hear from you. Give me a call at 754-6890 or send me an email at llewis@brunswickbeacon.com. You can also visit our website and submit news there at www.brunswickbeacon.com. Click the Submit News icon in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Let us know where you'll be, and we'd like to be there too, especially if it means that I get to visit one of the towns on my beat. Hi, I'm Laura Lewis, and I'm out here at Brunswick County Animal Shelter today with Baby Girl. She is a Border Collie mix, about 5 years old. She's had her shots, and she is an owner turn-in from Shiloh. Her owner was no longer able to take care of her. She's been here since June 1st, and she's in need of a really good home. So come on out and visit with her. And there are also lots of other dogs and cats here to visit with. The hours are from 10 to 4, Mondays through Saturdays. And come on out and make a new friend.
Baby Girl's adorable. I know you really liked her when you went out there to see her.
It was really hard not to take her home, but hopefully somebody out there will give her a good home.
Well, speaking of dogs, we're wondering, has anyone seen Riley? She is a white bulldog pit bull mix who disappeared from her home near Hickman's Crossroads last week. Riley is known for the tutu she wears and the appearances she makes at Wag Shag, an annual fundraiser to aid homeless animals in Brunswick County. Riley's owner, Connie Hare, asked if anyone finds her to call 612-6397.
Brunswick County Sheriff John Ingram has a different take on routine patrols these days. We caught up with him recently as he patrolled Carolina Shores on a bike.
Well, we have our bike patrol that we have just started as of today. We're here in Carolina Shores community. We'll be going throughout the county with this new program, and a lot of times with a program like this, you'll be able to go in and out of areas really undetected by criminals and be able to pick up a lot of information, and we hope that eventually we'll be able to get the word out enough that it will deter some crime in these neighborhoods.
Ingram also plans to have deputies patrol other communities on two wheels. This week we continue our Brunswick County Park series. We dropped by the Smithfield Park to check out the activities.
Hi, I'm Melinda Johnson. I'm with Brunswick County Parks and Rec, and we're off of River Road here in Southport, North Carolina, and we're visiting Smithfield Park today. Smithfield Park is an excellent place if you want to play tennis, play with the kids on the playground, and it's fun if you want to enjoy soccer. The Dixie Boys tournament, which is held in July, is housed here at Smithfield Park. We have two fields which the boys can play on, and people love to come visit this park. In addition to our baseball fields, we also have a basketball court, plenty of picnic tables, a multi-purpose soccer field behind us, two playgrounds, and two tennis courts. Smithfield Park is a great place if you want to go for a picnic, take a walk, get some jogging in, or just enjoy a relaxing day in one of our beautiful parks in Brunswick County. Come visit Smithfield Park today.
Tune in next week as we visit another of Brunswick County's beautiful parks.
Meet David Stanley, Brunswick County's new health director. Stanley began this week and takes over for outgoing director Don Yalsey, who's retiring after 14 years.
David Stanley with the Brunswick County Health Department. Just started as health director. Today is my first day on the job. I'm excited. We have a wonderful staff here, wonderful programs. Can't say enough about the staff and the hard work that they do. They have a philosophy where it's not just a job to them to come to work every day. They're really sincere, and they're interested in the citizens of this county and their public health and that public health improvement. Today, as I mentioned, is the first day as being a health director. I'm excited about that. My former duties here at the health department was in environmental health, where we graded the restaurants and inspected septic tanks, and I am looking forward to the new challenges. I'm very interested in this county. I'm a native. I've lived here my whole life, and I guess one of the reasons why I haven't left are the same reasons that so many people seem to be coming to our area. It's just a beautiful place, and a place that I call home.
That's all the time we have for tonight, but you can read all these stories and much more in this week's Beacon. If you know of a story or a person you'd like to see featured on Brunswick Beat, email us at brunswickbeat@brunswickbeacon.com. Look us up on Facebook under Brunswick Beacon, or follow us on Twitter at Brunswick Beacon.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week. Remember, if you're looking for 4th of July festivities, check out the newest edition of Island Living inside this week's Beacon and in stands throughout the county. Tonight's Beacon shines on summer camps from Brunswick County Parks and Recreation and Brunswick Community College.